It wasn't just your heart that broke. Your brain was hijacked too. And seriously, nobody warns you about this. If you have felt foggy, confused, anxious, ragey, or you just can't even think straight since the betrayal, you're not crazy. You're experiencing trauma. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how betrayal impacts your brain and your nervous system and what you can do to start calming your internal alarm system and get calm and clarity back. I know that sounds like a tall order, but stick with me here. I'm Elise Craft, a trauma-informed somatic life coach, and I help women, men, and couples rebuild after betrayal and reclaim their lives. So let's get into this. Point number one, the brain registers betrayal like you are in physical danger. When betrayal happens, the amygdala, the part of your brain that is the fear center, goes into overdrive. It starts scanning everywhere for danger. A tone, a text, a look, all of it can feel threatening. Your brain literally treats betrayal like you're being attacked or chased by a wild animal, and that is why your nervous system is flooded with stress hormones. You feel unsafe in your own home, in your own body, in your own life. The amygdala isn't interested in like nuance or logic. It wants one thing and it wants one thing only, and that is survival. And that means that you might be reactive, angry, ragey, frozen, unable to sleep, all of these things, even if the betrayal happened months or even years ago. So, how can you start regulating? Here's the thing, you cannot logic your way into calm. Calm is a body state, and all of the information is a logic state. But you can help your brain feel safe again, and I'm going to walk you through how you can start. One of the easiest, simplest, always accessible, and portable ways is to practice patterned breathing. Really simple. You inhale slowly for 4, hold for 4, and exhale longer for 6, 7, or 8. Repeat this cycle 2, 3, 4 times, and you will instantly feel a sense of calm, and it helps your nervous system to reset. Place your hand over your heart and name exactly what it is that you're feeling. I feel scared. I feel furious. I feel lonely. I feel overwhelmed. I feel devastated. Whatever it is, name that feeling. Put words to it and say it out loud. It actually helps to orient you back into the here and now. Another thing that's super simple and that will really be helpful, you'll notice over time, is to put something on your screensaver that is calming for you. It could be a picture of your dog, or someplace that like the ocean or nature, or some quote that you read that when you read it, it made you feel better. We are on our phones all the time, and so we might as well use it to help us, and that will actually help. All of these are simple signals to your amygdala that says, I am safe now. And you want to be delivering that message as often and as consistently as you can. If this is already hitting home and you realize that you need help processing all of this, getting yourself back into your body, there's a link below where you can book a free consultation call. On that call, we'll walk through exactly what's going on now and what your next best steps are. So the amygdala is just the beginning. So let's look at what betrayal does to your memory. That brings me to point number 2. Betrayal completely scrambles your memory and your thinking. It impacts the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and making sense of things. And this is why you might obsessively be replaying the past, going over and over details, trying to sort them out. It may feel like the betrayal literally happened yesterday, even though it didn't. You have trouble focusing, remembering, and kind of like just organizing your thoughts. Sadly, this is normal and you're not broken. It is your hippocampus working overtime, trying to piece together the story and piece together your life in a way that makes it make sense in the face of chaos. So here's one simple practice that will actually kind of get everything back online. It's a journaling sequence, and you write down what happened, and you don't have to go into a lot of detail, just what happened, not just the betrayal, but what came before and what came after. This helps reorient your brain to time, sequence, and truth. But what's running this whole system underneath the surface, we have to talk about the body's built-in alarm system, and that is your nervous system. That brings us to point number 3. Your nervous system is stuck in fight, flight, or freeze. The betrayal locks you into a sympathetic state where everything feels high stakes, urgent, and unsafe. This can show up as that you're ready to fight, snapping, yelling, attacking, being really quick to respond. It could show up as flight, ready to take off. You've got to get out of there. You've got to escape. You have to leave. So what helps? You've got to get into body-based regulation, things like grounding, movement, getting outside and just going for a short walk. Something as simple as humming, that actually will tone the vagus nerve that is disruptive, get you back online. Again, speaking your internal state out loud. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need a moment. Like just saying it out loud kind of orients you back into the now. These are more than wellness tips. They're neuroscience-backed interventions to bring you back to baseline. That's the goal. So now let's talk about why you keep reacting in the same painful ways, even when you so want to handle things differently. That brings us to point number 4. Trauma responses become habitual brain pathways. And this is really, really important. Betrayal doesn't just hurt, it literally builds new highways in your brain. These are called neural pathways, and once they're formed, your brain starts using them on autopilot. That's why you might blow up and regret it, shut down and go silent, feel like the same fight is happening over and over and again, and it's because it is. And here's the good news though. Your brain is actually plastic. You can work with it. You can rewire it. So every single time you pause, every single time you do some breathing, or you name your state, or you choose a new action, even if it's a small one, even if it's clumsy and it doesn't happen perfectly, it doesn't matter. You're forming a new response. You're forming a new neural pathway. Tiny, repeated moments of change equal rewiring. And that's exactly where you want to be. And so how do we take all of this science and put it together to actually heal? That brings me to point number 5. Real healing happens when you work with your brain, not against it. You don't have to fight your reactions or beat yourself up or pretend that you're over it or that you're feeling better than you actually do, because honestly, that's only going to backfire. Instead, learn to partner with your nervous system, recognize the signals, respond instead of react. This is imperative to your healing because you can't talk yourself into healing. You just can't. Working with your brain and your nervous system is actually where your real power is. This is exactly the work that I do with my clients and myself every single day. We create a new internal system so the next trigger, it doesn't take you out. You build emotional resilience through emotional awareness and emotional presence, not just insight and information. If this is the kind of approach that sounds like what you've been missing, and it likely is, click the link below to book a free consult with me. Let me get my eyes, ears, and heart on your situation and map out the next steps. Listen, your brain can heal. You can heal. You can feel safe again, not only in your body, but in your relationships, in your life, and in the world. You don't have to do this alone. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.